Last time, on the Colbys.
Don't worry. You'll get your annulment. I just wish you'd had the decency to tell me the truth.
Everything I've said is the truth.
With one small exception. You love Jeff.
If it's true, I'm not a Colby. I don't know who I am.
You've got to go to your mother. She's the only one who can tell you the truth.
You are Philip's son. I know that.
No, only Francesca knows that, but that's why I'm going to Rome. I have to hear it from her.
Oh, Jeff, let the past be past. Let it stay there.
Connie, we're not talking about the past. We're talking about who I am right now.
Well, your instincts were right, Jason. That sludge was released into San Miguel Harbor intentionally.
Zach Powers is behind it, huh?
More than likely.
What's this link you mentioned between Captain Levatas and Powers?
Mr. Colby, Zach Powers is a relative of mine.
Does Bliss know?
Not yet, but I intend to tell her.
You do that. You tell her. As for marrying her, I promise you this. I'll do everything I can to stop you. And that is considerable. I have never been unfaithful to you. That's the truth.
No, the truth is my sister, your mistress, is a tramp. She cheated on Philip and she's going to cheat on you.
I'm not divorcing you because of Frankie. It's because I can't stomach you.
We have a meeting with Kay and Laurie in 1 hour.
Neil, believe me, we are going to go gold with this voice.
Look, we have got budget trouble. You're gonna let this whole company rot while you watch this farmer sing?
Neil.
Maybe you should try. Maybe you should try. Maybe you should try. Getting over you.
And cut. That was a beauty, Wayne.
Can you get a shot of their hands?
But this is one video, Monica. We have a company to run. Where the hell are your priorities?
Please, I have to see Wayne. Just give me a few minutes. Wayne, you were terrific. Wait till you see it. You were... I'm sorry.
Come on, girl. Quit walking on eggshells because I'm blind. I'd like to see it. Help me.
I'll try. All right. The cameras, they moved in gradually during the first 2 verses, okay? And then during the bridge, we go in closer. And then by the end, we're on an ECU of your face. Wayne, you really moved me.
Great. What's an ECU?
An extreme close-up. Wayne, with this video, you're going to go through the roof. That's a promise.
You know, if I'm going to put my faith in you, I need an ECU of you. Just to see how close you come to what I imagine.
Well, it's really hard to describe yourself.
I'd like to see for myself, if you don't mind. You're beautiful.
Monica,
Neil.
I hate to drag you away, but we're all waiting.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry. We just got caught up in, Wayne, we'll be talking. You remember what I said, all right?
I will. And I'll hold you to it.
Damn it, Duke, why didn't you tell me how good looking she is?
Stephen, are you sure Daddy's going to be all right? Thank God. Will you give him my love? I love you, too. Bye. Who is it?
It's me.
very late, Miles.
It's important. It won't take long. Time to celebrate.
You said it was important.
You got a glass in here? How about a glass slipper? We've got to toast the occasion, Princess.
What are you talking about?
Annulment papers. This is the complaint. You sign that. And this one's for me. It says, I know you want an annulment, and I'm not going to fight it. And then Dr. Parrish signs that one saying you had amnesia.
Miles, stop.
Then you appear in court in Nevada, and that's it. It's all over. Like it never happened.
It did happen. I'll never regret that.
I'd give you the world if I could. But all I can give you is your freedom. Everything else I try just hurts you. I don't want that. Go on, take them. Take them. See? They don't bite. And where are those glasses?
Miles, I'm so sorry for everything.
Baby, don't.
God, I wish I'd never caused you all this pain. If I hadn't met you, maybe...
Don't say that. Don't you ever say that. Meeting you was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I loved you. No matter what those papers say, I still love you. We'll talk tomorrow. Go home, Miles.
You are my home.
No, please.
You love me. You said you love me.
Please don't do this, Miles.
I love your husband. I need you, Mama. I need you.
Fallon, Henderson tells me you've ordered a car to take you to the airport.
Yes, I'm going to see my family for a few days.
My dear, now this is more than a newlywed's homesickness, isn't it?
It's just... I need to be with my father, my mother. It's just the best thing for me right now.
And, Miles? Is it the best thing for him? You know how vulnerable he is now.
Miles? Vulnerable? You must be kidding.
No, I'm not. You've had an argument.
You could call it that.
He said things he shouldn't have. Darling, we both know how impulsive Miles is. Hot-headed.
Forgive me, but you don't know what you're talking about.
I know my son. I know he loves you. You love him. You belong here with him.
I'm not his property.
I didn't mean that.
I just can't cope with Miles right now. I don't want to look at him, or hear him, or be in the same house with him. I'm sorry. I'm going home.
This is your home now, whatever happened.
Home is a safe place where you can trust the people who love you.
People like Jeff?
He's one of them, yes.
Well, dear, trustworthy Jeff is anything but.
And what does that mean?
It means he's not what he claims to be. He is not Philip Colbys' son.
What are you talking about?
Jeff is my sister's illegitimate son. I found a letter from Philip that spells it out. Jeff tried to burn it, of course, but his aim is as poor as his claim to being a Colby.
What's your point, Sable?
Just this. Miles may have his faults, but at least he's honest, open, Real. He's not a nameless nobody like Jeff.
If I did love Jeff, do you think I'd give a damn what his last name was?
We'll see, Fallon. We'll see. What on earth did you do to that girl?
What?
Fallon is going to Denver. Miles, what happened last night?
Nothing.
That's not true. You should have heard her.
You spoken to her?
Yes, and I have never seen her so angry. Darling, you know how short-tempered you are. Now, you can't deny that. What did you say to upset her like this?
Whatever happened is between me and Fallon.
That's where you're wrong.
It's my marriage.
Didn't you see what you've done? You've chased her back into Jeff's territory.
Not now.
Miles, I know the Carringtons. I know my cousin Alexis and Blake and all of them. They'll work on Fallon. They'll push her back into Jeff's arms.
Then what do you expect me to do?
Stop her! Once she leaves this house... Darling, please, go downstairs. Talk to her.
It won't do any good.
Do you want to lose to Jeff? Do you?
I don't want to talk about it now.
Oh, then think about it. Miles, I can't help you unless you help yourself.
Mother, stay out of this, please.
Darling, your happiness is important to me. But your marriage is important to us all. Oh, I hope you didn't do anything we'll all regret.
But Connie said she burned it.
Well, it didn't burn. And Sable found it. Jeff, she'll use it against you.
Well, there's nothing to worry about now. I spoke to my mother, and everything's going to be fine.
Then she told you?
I'm Philip's son. No doubt about it.
Jeff, I'm so relieved for you.
Thanks. I'm glad you cared enough to call. I'll be home tomorrow night.
I'm going to Denver. I'm taking LB. We need a little break.
Is everything all right there?
Fine. Fine. Just want to see my family. I miss you. Call me when you get back. Bye.
Goodbye, darling.
Liz, you're home.
Yeah. You'll be seeing me around a lot more often, Mother.
That's good. We need you. Oh, you and your friend had a fight?
Please, I don't want to talk about Sean McAllister. I never want to see him again.
Well, darling, you know I never cared for the boy, but I know you did. What happened?
It's awful. It's horrible. Mother, he lied to me. He used me. I hate him. I hate him and his uncle.
Oh, come on, tell me all about it. And what exactly does his uncle have to do with all this?
All this time, I really thought Sean loved me. We trusted each other, Mother. I honestly thought that one day he might be the man I would spend the rest of my life with. But Sean never cared for me. All he wanted was information for his uncle.
Information? What kind of information?
Sean's uncle set him up to get information out of me about Daddy's pipeline.
Pipeline? Who exactly is Sean's uncle?
He's the worst. He'd do anything to get at Daddy.
Darling, his name.
Zach Powers, of course. What does he have against us? First he tries to use Miles, and then me. I wonder who's next on his list.
to indeed.
We have time for a drink before we leave.
Is Roger here yet?
He's going to meet us at the opera.
I need to talk to you first.
Of course.
Fallon called. The letter from Father, the one we thought Connie burned, Sable found it.
Oh, no.
And she's already tried to use it against me with Fallon. I don't think she'll stop there.
You are Philip's son. She can't change that.
No, but I'm worried about you. I mean, if Sable starts waving that letter around, don't you realize how she'll make you look?
She won't go that far.
She will. Attacking Connie was bad enough. But you're her sister, her own flesh and blood. Why does she hate you so much? What does she have against you?
I don't know.
Anyway, I wanted to prepare you. It's not going to be easy on you or Roger.
Roger will understand. Maybe I should call Sable.
You love her too much. Let me handle her for you. I'll fight her harder than you would. Besides, I'll yell if I need the help.
I'm sorry things are so difficult for you.
You may not believe this, Mother, but these have been the happiest 2 days of my life. Fallon called me, and she was missing me and worrying about me. And you gave me my father back. You know, I wasn't going to admit this, but all those years we were apart, I used to dream about having perfect parents. A father that was strong and good and a hero, and a mother that was loyal and loving and faithful. It was just a boy's dream. But it came true. Yeah, I am so glad you loved each other.
Well, it isn't every day you ask to see me. But of course, I'm always at your beck and call.
Oh, you're so attentive, Zack.
Give me the opportunity and you just might get used to it.
Or I might just get used. You like using people to get what you want, don't you, Zack? My son, for example.
Miles? I only met with him to present a proposal useful to all of us. That was just good business sense.
Oh, getting your nephew to bed my daughter, that was just good business sense, too.
So that's what this is about, huh? It was a coincidence, an unhappy coincidence, that my nephew and your daughter...
You're lying, Zack. You used Bliss to get information about Colby Enterprises.
You overestimate me. I'm not Machiavelli. I'm just a simple man who wants a very complicated woman.
That's impossible and always will be.
Don't waste yourself on a man who doesn't appreciate you or your love.
That's not true.
Now you are lying. Or perhaps just mistaken, my dear Sable.
I am not your dear Sable. You mean nothing to me. I want your painting out of my collection and you out of my life immediately. Now, would you please leave? Or shall I call the guard?
Don't be foolish, Saville. You're right. It's time for the truth. We are two people who lust for the same things, and we will have them. Money, power, beauty, and that touch of danger that makes it exciting. We are fire and fuel, mi amor. You can have that fire now. Later, you will beg.
That's all right, Mrs. Hamilton. He said he was a friend.
Of course, Cyril. You can bring the rest of my bags up later.
Yes, ma'am.
Frankie,
What are you doing here?
I had to see you.
Why? Couldn't you have phoned?
No, not about this.
You promised to stay away from here. Why can't you leave me alone?
It's important. I have to ask you whether
What
you...
right do you have to ask me anything?
Frankie, I have to know. Is Jeff my son?